Hey guys, welcome back to the full show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. Michigan just wrapped up their 112-64 victory over Western Kentucky, wrapping up their non-conference slate in the men's basketball. And just a few things to know about this: Michigan started off hot and they stayed hot basically all game. They ended up tying the record for made three-pointers, 19 for the program tying record. They were only one away from tying the Big Ten record of 20, which Purdue and two Northwestern clubs had done, so that's pretty cool. They shot very well for the game. They also rebounded very well. In the first half, they out-rebounded the Hilltoppers statistically 26 to 8, I believe it was. And they went on a 9-0 run, a 12-2 run in the game to really blow the league game out of the way already. Blow out the Western Kentucky, I should say, in the first half. In the second half, it continued. Michigan, led by 12 or 10 points at the 12-24 mark of the first half, and it never got anything close to being in single digits again. Michigan just, shot lights out, 19 of 40 on three-pointers. You had Burnett with 17, Golden 17, Walters 13, Donaldson and Wolf both had double-doubles. So just an outstanding offensive performance. The assists they ended up having for the game, 21. They ended up out-rebounding Western Kentucky for the game, 52 to 23. Turnovers, 18. That bugaboo's still there. You have to admit, though, that they seem to do better in the second half. They get a little bit better ball handling. They had 9 in the first half, 9 in the second half. And you're like, well, okay, Phil, what is that? It's the same. Well, yeah, but you also had your, scrubs came in for the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. So any of those turnovers, I really wouldn't say would count against the team per se. But still, Donaldson had 5 turnovers in the first half, but he turned it around. He ended up having only 5 for the game only. So none in the second half, so good on him. Overall, what a turnaround Dusty May has brought to Michigan. Obviously, coaching, and you bring talent via Florida Atlantic, you bring talent via the portal, and yeah, what a turnaround this is. Exceptional. Now they head into the Big Ten play. I believe they're going to go out west and play USC and UCLA the next 2 games. So UCLA just had that nice victory over Gonzaga, so hopefully they'll be a little not focused, and Michigan could take it to them. But it's also a little bit of a downer that Michigan played this non-conference schedule and didn't really get any marquee wins. They were in the position to get them and failed to. I mean, 3 games they lost by a combined 5 points. Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Wake Forest. 5 points and 3 losses. That's disappointing. But those are not Big Ten games. They're 2-0 in the Big Ten, and that's what Michigan has to focus on now is winning the Big Ten and just trying to secure some quad 1 victories, hopefully. It was really important not to get a quad 3 or 4 by the time. I mean, right now KenPom is listing Western Kentucky as 109, but they were down 2 starters, so Michigan was really able to outperform them quite easily. But it was definitely a game you did not want to lose. And winning this game, a bye game, right, you pay the team to come and play here. Good. I'll have to say an interesting point there, too. I don't know if it's the Cleveland State game, Michigan's first game of the season, and whichever one, it was an early game. Dusty May said, we're going to give the fans a few weeks or whatever to start coming out and supporting the team. Well, for this game, I know it's Christmas break for a lot of kids and all that, so maybe that played a part of it, but this game was a sellout. So there you have the Michigan fans have, at least for right now, bought into this program and come out and supported it. It's nice to see a sellout at Chrysler Arena. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about, a little thought going into Michigan-Alabama football. The Reliquist Bowl, I think it is, Tuesday at noon. Oh, man, I see the point spread's like 13.5 or so, and I just don't know how Michigan's going to even do much. Don't get me wrong, I said in the last video that this is just a complete exhibition. You're trying to see what you have for next year, and that's what Michigan has to consider. Because look at this: Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Colson Loveland, Will Johnson, other people that have moved on, and our punter, our kicker, not Savada, but another person so many people have moved on either to different programs, they've just, like, they're in the portal themselves right now, whatever. This is just an exhibition game to see what you have left, right? Even Mullings decided to opt out. He's going to just rest up and go to the Senior Bowl. Fine, man. I totally get it. I would do it too, because you know what? If you're looking at doing an NFL job, there's nothing to be said for doing a low tier game. It's a game Michigan is just in, again, because of their name. I mean, a 7-5 Michigan versus 9-3 Alabama. I don't know how anyone thinks that's going to be anywhere close to a game, even if by some chance Michigan can play some good defense, fine. But what are they going to do on offense? You're going to get Jordan Marshall some, run, and you're going to get some other people some playing time. So be it, right? It's just all for practice. It's all for practice, setting up for next year. You got an extra 15 days of practice for bowl prep. That is longer, I believe. At least it was the last time I knew. It's longer than spring practice, the bowl prep. So that's what's so important about making a bowl game. You get all this extra prep, and you also have the added benefit of getting all those early enrollees get to come down and practice with the team. They can't participate, of course, but they get to practice and practice. Michigan really needs that. Try to build a good foundation, getting ready for the 2025 season. Now you're like, Phil, what do you mean? I mean, Michigan versus Ohio State. That was going to be a blowout too. Yeah, Michigan also had their defensive studs in the middle, Grant and Mason Graham. Those guys are not playing in this game. You have Benny, and you have a few other guys, but yeah, I don't know. I just know that Alabama has Milroe, I think it is. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. But they got their starting quarterback. He's supposed to be playing. So they got a big advantage versus Michigan's starting quarterback would be Davis Warren, who, okay, I really want to see Jaden Davis play some. I would love to see him get a couple drives, get a quarter or something like that, and see, this game means nothing. It's all about experience, all about reps, about next year. We'll see how it goes. So, honestly, I'm expecting a bloodbath, but we'll see. Because I know Alabama's has a lot of people out too, right? Don't get me wrong. Michigan's even gotten a couple of them via the portal. But, Michigan wasn't a super talented team offensively anyways. And now you take away Colston Loveland and you take away Mullings, and Donovan Edwards isn't playing either. It's like, yeah, this is going to be rough. Hey, I'll still watch, right? What else are you going to do on New Year's Eve at noon? So this is what it is. Hey guys, if you have any thoughts about Michigan's victory over Western Kentucky, the continued problem is it's going to be that way all year. The turnovers are just going to be there. 112 points for a win, nice. Or any thoughts about the bowl game coming up? Put them in the box. I'll try to respond as I'm able to. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, as always, go Blue.